Latest college football playoff bracket sees 3 teams from the Big Ten inside the field of 12, including the top 2 overall seeds in Ohio State and Indiana. Oregon currently number 7, which means the Ducks would host an opening round game. USC, Michigan, and Illinois also among this week's top 25. Dave Revson has more.
Pleased to be joined now by Bruce Feldman. You can see him on Fox Sports. You can listen to him on the Audible podcast. You can read his work on The Athletic, and now you can hear him here on the Big Ten Network as well. Bruce, let's start with the college football playoff. I'm interested in getting your take on the top 2 Big Ten teams. Let's start with Ohio State. They've been number 1 for the entire time we've had the college football playoff rankings this year. They've been number 1 in the AP poll for much of the year. Are they the clear-cut best team in the country, in your opinion?
I think they are. If you ask me, at some point I felt like Indiana was more deserving of the top spot because they did have a really impressive win going out to Autzen and beating the Ducks, especially the way they did it. You know, sacked Dante Moore 6 times, had the good comeback to close it out, held them to 1 touchdown. But I think you watch week in and week out on both sides of the ball. You know, it's splitting hairs because we think they're going to play each other anyway. But I do think those have been the 2 most impressive teams in the country. And if you ask me who I think is the best, I would say Ohio State.
Yeah, they haven't even trailed in the second half. Indiana has played a more difficult conference schedule. I think it's inarguable, kind of to your point. What about the Hoosiers? I think Indiana fans look at this and they say, can this team win a national championship? Like, could this actually happen? You're talking about splitting hairs with the number 1 team in the country. Do you think they could run through this incredible gauntlet that they'd have to go through and win a national title with this roster?
I do think they could. I think they're that good. I think they're that well coached. I mean, they got 2 really good coordinators. Signetti has obviously done a masterful job in how he has built the roster, evaluated, and then how these guys execute. You know, if you ask me right now, I would give Ohio State a better chance to win the national title. But I definitely think with the level of that Mendoza's playing at, he makes enough plays with his legs. You know, they're pretty deep. You know, you see them lose Surratt and they come back, and you have a couple other guys step up. Omar Cooper's been fantastic. Charlie Becker's been really good. They're really good on defense. They're a dangerous team. I would not be shocked if they won the national title. I wouldn't have thought that last year. I think this team is even better than that one. And you know, they're probably one of, I would say, about 6 teams that I think it wouldn't shock me if they ended up winning a national title.
I'm with you. I think this team could absolutely do it. I definitely think they're better than last year, particularly along that offensive line. I want to talk about Fernando Mendoza in just a bit because I want to get your take on the Heisman. But let's talk about another team, really 2 more teams in the Big Ten that are trying to get into that college football playoff bracket. Oregon would be there were the playoff to start, you know, based on the bracket this week. But they have a huge game, a home game against USC. It's pretty amazing to think, Bruce, kind of given the college football that you and I grew up following and covering and how great USC was. They've never been in the college football playoff. They're 2 wins away from almost certainly getting there. But now they got to go to Eugene and take down the Ducks. Just give people a sense of what this game means for USC and for Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, it's kind of a fascinating dynamic because the USC fan base really in the last couple of years, I feel like, has checked out on Lincoln Riley, to be honest. And I think they were kind of over him. I mean, it was obviously a terrific first year with Caleb and Jordan Addison, and they came close to making the playoff. You know, remember Caleb got hurt his hamstring against Utah in the Pac-12 title game, I guess it is. But then it's just been some disappointment. And I think this year, the way I would say it, it felt like for a while it's been a lot of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. There was a good win against Michigan. 3rd-string running back King Miller, walk-on, comes in, and he really, you know, has a phenomenal day. And he's been a great story here. I think they're a really dangerous team because Jaden Mayaba's playing really well, and they have 2 elite receivers. I think Mekhi Lemon, you know, he's right there with Jeremiah Smith in terms of, like, to me, the best receivers in the country. I think he's just an amazing kind of force who makes big plays whenever they need him to. The defense is better than it was a few years ago. It's still not that good. Like, they did give up over 300 yards on the ground to Notre Dame. Your alma mater, Northwestern, was running through them pretty easily, I felt like, in the first half of that Friday night game. like I said, they're a little better. That was a nice win, how they came back in the rain and elements last week against Iowa, especially in the second half. I think they showed something. Now it's like, can you win on the road? Can you beat an elite team on the road in a tough place? I think this is essentially a playoff elimination game. If USC wins it, I'm not guaranteeing they're going to beat UCLA, but I think that they probably will. And then I think they have a deserving case to be one of those. I think the Big Ten probably gets 3 teams in the playoff. And I think with a head-to-head and beating Oregon at Oregon, I think they would probably have a really strong argument to get in the playoff. If Oregon wins it, I think that they've got a good case that a one loss against a really good Indiana team. There's no shame in that. But I think this, and again, Oregon still has to play against Washington on the road. That's no cakewalk game, obviously, with DeMond Williams Jr. there. But I think this is essentially a playoff elimination game, and it's a huge game for Lincoln Riley because he does have a really good recruiting class on the hook for next year. There is some reasons for enthusiasm, and I think if they even 9-3 is better than a lot of people out here were expecting. I think they were expecting maybe 7-5, maybe at best 8-4. If they get to 10-2, that's a heck of a year, and it probably deserving a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think there was some school of thought that you could kind of thread the needle and maybe end up with both of them in. It feels like maybe some things aren't falling that way, and you might need some upsets to have both of those teams make it at 10-2. To your point, I mean, if you want to ensure yourself of being in there, if you're Oregon, you probably best win this game. Again, as you said, with a big game against Washington looming as well. Before I let you go, I alluded to it. I do want to ask you about the Heisman Trophy. I mean, it's kind of amazing in the Big Ten that we haven't had a Heisman Trophy winner since Troy Smith in 2006. And now you have Fernando Mendoza and Julian Sayin, and maybe to some extent Jeremiah Smith. I know Ohio State has obviously launched a Heisman campaign for him as well. I think it's tough to have a campaign for multiple players, but he is certainly fabulous. What do you think the odds are that one of those guys emerges winning the Heisman, and who do you think has the best chance of doing it?
I think the odds are really, really good that one of them is going to do it because, like the next 2 weeks the next 2 games for both, obviously there's a Michigan-Ohio State game and it's a huge rivalry game. But I feel like it's going to probably come down to the Big Ten title game, right? Those guys are both putting up spectacular numbers. They've aced every test. Right now, like I would say I probably would lean towards Mendoza of the 2 of them. But what happens if Ohio State kind of shuts Mendoza down and they beat him, 28-17 or something, and Sayin does what Sayin does, which is complete 80% of his passes and is spot on with the ball. I'm sure Jeremiah Smith's going to be fine. He's got another year. Like, I do think he's the most outstanding player in college football, but it's as you said, I remember a long time ago, Miami, I think, had Ken Dorsey and Willis McGahee. Like, neither one was going to win. You could have guys go finish 3rd and 5th or something. It's just hard to have a winner, especially in the same region where you have another quarterback having an amazing year. As far as the SEC goes, like Ty Simpson is a candidate. I think Diego Pavia is a candidate. Marcel Reed's a candidate. But ultimately, I think most eyes are going to be on that Big Ten title game. And I feel like those guys right now have a leg up on the rest of the field.
It's just incredible to think what could be at stake in Indy that first weekend of December, right? I mean, you'd have the Big Ten championship on the line. You'd have the #1 seed in the college football playoff on the line and the Heisman Trophy as well. It is shaping up to be a great last few weeks here at the Big Ten. Bruce Feldman, Fox Sports, really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Always a pleasure, Dave. Thanks for having me.